For Republican Senator, Trump went over the line on Twitter attacks. Washington. Reuters. U.S. Republican Senator Lisa Murkowski picks her fights carefully with President Donald Trump, who won her home state of Alaska in 2016 by nearly 15 percentage points. But there was little question in her mind about how to respond when Trump on Sunday launched a Twitter attack on 4 female, minority Democratic lawmakers in the U.S. House of Representatives. On the next day, Murkowski fired back on Twitter there. Dozens of Republicans in the Senate and the House have criticized Trump, with varying degrees of concern, about his tweet that the 4 congresswomen should go. In 31 months as president, Trump has laid down an extensive record of making his fellow Republicans in Congress squirm with provocative tweets, news conference quips and policies, not to mention his affinity for some U.S. adversaries like North Korean leader Kim Jong-un. Trump's Sunday tweets, and follow-ups this week doubling down on them, went too far for the independent-minded Murkowski, who often tackles Senate controversies head-on. While most Republicans in Congress shy away from criticizing Trump, who is popular among Republican voters, his latest tweet storm brought rebukes from at least 40 of the 250 Republicans serving in the House and Senate. Some of the other Republican lawmakers who criticized Trump this week declined further comment. The Democratic-controlled House voted on Tuesday to formally condemn Trump's remarks as racist. Often prefers silence. Murkowski, who is not up for re-election until 2022, said she had received mixed reviews from Alaskans about her criticism of Trump. With a near-daily barrage of tweets by Trump, Murkowski said that any comment on her part evokes. Murkowski said she did not know whether Trump's attack on Democratic Representatives Ilhan Omar, Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez, Rashida Tlaib, and Ayanna Pressley would damage his standing among enough voters to change the odds of his re-election in November 2020. But one thing she is sure of: she said her decision to speak out against Trump was her own, and that Senate Republican leadership did not tell rank-and-file senators how to handle their relationships with the unorthodox Trump. Reporting by Richard Callan. Editing by Kevin.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park pot.